Miss Danya then. So we proceed to the next chapter, System of Linear Equations. Now, ano ba daw yung system of linear equations? But before that, we'll discuss the intended learning outcomes for this chapter. So at the end of this chapter, expected that the students will be able to, number one, know the fundamental differences between Gauss elimination and Gauss-Jordan elimination. So although you already have tawag dito, na-discuss na sa inyo yung Gaussian elimination and Gauss-Jordan elimination, but as part of the solution for system of linear equation will be, tawag dito, will be applying these two methods in solving for system linear equations, and then we compare it with the iterative methods na i-discuss din natin. Number two, yun nga, apply Gauss elimination and Gauss-Jordan elimination method, and also apply Gauss-Seidel and Jacobi iteration in solving system of linear equations. Later on, we will discuss ano ba daw yung pagkakaiba ni Gauss elimination at Gauss-Jordan elimination kay Gauss-Seidel and Jacobi iteration. And lastly, know how to assess diagonal dominance of a system of equations and how is it related whether the system can be solved with Gauss-Seidel and Jacobi iteration. I-discuss daw natin tong number 4 kapag dumating na tayo sa Gauss-Seidel and Jacobi iteration. Okay. So for the system of linear equations, sabi daw natin dyan, um, a system of linear equations is a linear system of n algebraic unknowns or n algebraic equations and n unknowns such as x sub 1, x sub 2, hanggang x sub n daw. So in system of linear equations, for us to be able to solve this, it must be, kung ilan daw yung unknowns, dapat ganun din daw kadami yung equations na meron tayo. For example, we have 3 unknowns. To solve for this, we need to have 3 equations also. Kapag 4 unknowns, kailangan daw natin ng 4 equations, etc. Where a sub 1, 1, a sub 1, 2, a sub 1, n, and b sub n are any real numbers. Yung a sub 1, 1, a sub 1, 2, a sub 1, n, yan are the numerical coefficients of the unknown variables. Then, yung ating x sub n are yung ating a are the leading coefficients, and at yung ating x sub n are the leading variables. Ibig sabihin ng x sub n, siya daw yung unknown variables natin. In some other cases, hindi daw x sub n yung ginagamit. Pwede daw any unknown variable, xyz, wxyz, depending on the number of unknowns needed to be solved. Sabi din dito, this chapter covers the numerical solution of linear system of equations. Will not be dealing with nonlinear system. Linear lang. Linear on the first order. System of linear equations that have to be solved simultaneously arise in problems that include several variables that are dependent to one another. Such problem occurs not only in engineering and science, which is the focus of this module, but also in any discipline such as economics, statistics, and business. A system of two or three equations with two or three unknowns can be solved manually by substitution. Yung ginagawa nyo daw nung kayo ay nasa sa algebra. Yung substitution, elimination, etc. Or other mathematical methods such as Cramer's rule. Solving a system of linear systems of linear equations in this way is particularly impossible as the number of unknowns or number of equations increases beyond 3. So kapag 4 by 4 daw, 5 by 5, 6 by 6 equations or unknowns, medyo mahirap na daw para sa atin ang mag-solve since medyo nakakalito na daw yung substitution method na ginagawa daw natin. So in this chapter, we'll be learning how to apply Gaussian elimination, Gauss-Jordan eliminations, and The iterative solution, yung Gauss-Seidel and Jacobi iteration in performing or in solving the values of unknown of multiple given equations. O, yun daw yung gagawin natin dito. Okay. Familiar naman kayo sa system of linear equations. Nakakita na kayo. O, sige. So, please take note, kagaya na nabanggit ko kanina, only linear equations have no products or roots of variables and no variables involved such as trigonometric, exponential, or logarithmic functions. So, only linear equations lang daw yung sosolvin daw natin. Wala daw product. Kunyari, ang binigay sa atin ay xy plus z is equal to something, tapos may tatlo pa daw equation na puro naka-multiply daw yung ano yung mga variables. Hindi daw ganun yung gagawin natin. Also, we will not be solving equations whose um, whose degree is higher than 1. So kung ang degree daw ay 2, 3, 4, 5, or you have a quadratic equation, cubic equations, hindi rin daw natin siya solving kasi nga we'll only be dealing with system of linear equations. Hindi rin daw kasama yung trigonometric, exponential, and logarithmic function in our in performing or in solving such system of equations. Tapos variables appear only to the first power. Ayan, kapag sinabing first power, ibig sabihin daw, linear nga lang daw yung ating equations. Okay. Now, yung previous equation natin can be expressed into equivalent matrix form in the form of AX is equal to B, where A here is the matrix coefficient or the coefficient matrix. Yung ating X is the matrix for the variable, and yung ating letter B is the constant matrix. Tatandaan, kapag daw nagsosolve tayo ng system of linear equation, it must be in this order. Yung ating unknown variables and numerical coefficient must be on the other side of the equation, and the solution or the constants of the equation must be on the other side of the equation. O, yun daw. Yun daw ang kailangan tatandaan natin. So, yung ating letter A is or matrix A represents the coefficient matrix o di lahat daw ng matrix. Ito, ibig sabihin daw nito, itong column na to is for the value of or the numerical coefficients of x sub 1. Itong column number 2 is the numerical coefficient of x sub 2 at ito namang last na dulo is yung x sub n. Pwede rin daw siyang, depende sa inyo, kung ang ano siya daw ay x, y, and z. O, ayan, if 3 by 3 daw yung ating equations. O mamaya, sa example daw, ipapakita daw natin or i-review daw natin how are we going to build this coefficient matrix. Then ito naman ating x or b, uh, tawag dito, ang variable matrix. Ayan, pwede daw x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub n, or pwede rin daw siyang tawag dito, A, B, C, pwedeng X, Y, Z. O, depende daw dun sa unknown given. Saglit lang ha. And lastly, yung ating B is the coefficient matrix. O, ayan. Ito, coefficient matrix. Next, ayan, o, din yun ang pinaliwanag ko kanina. Kung ano yung letter A, yung X, at saka yung B. So, another form in which we can express the given system of linear equation is the augmented matrix. Now, for the augmented matrix, considering yung aking coefficient values and yung constant values. So, in a matrix form, ayan, o, di ba ito matrix form to? So, on one side, we write the values of our tawag dito, coefficient of the unknown variables, then hahatian lang daw natin ito, lalagyan daw natin siya ng bar in between just to have a separation between the coefficient matrix, yan, and the constant matrix para lang meron tayong designation kung hanggang saan lang ba yung coefficient at saka yung constant. Kasi later on, when we solve for um, Gauss-Jordan and Gaussian elimination, we'll see bakit ba daw kailangan natin siyang paghiwalayin. Ayan. So, in numerical solutions of linear systems, in the form of matrix AX or matrix A multiplied by matrix X is equal to the constant matrix B, meron daw tayong two subdivisions. We have the direct methods and the iterative or indirect methods. Under direct methods, we have the Gaussian elimination or Gauss elimination and the Gauss-Jordan elimination, while on the iterative methods, we have two, the Jacobi and the Gauss-Seidel method. Now, for the direct methods, although this is, tawag dito, this is an analytical solution, this is part of analytical solution, ayan, it can also be considered as numerical solution because we can devise a general rule or general algorithm in solving or in finding the solution of any particular or any given system of linear equations. Ayun daw. Although yun nga, direct method siya or analytical solution, makakapag-devise daw tayo ng algorithm which is applicable to all system of linear equations. Actually, meron akong ginawa. Yun yung ituturo ko sa inyo ngayon. Na kahit anong ibigay sa inyong system of linear equations, it can be solved using that algorithm. Then, ganun din daw sa iterative method. Since this is a iterative method, um, successive solutions or a repetitive solutions of a given formula will be used in determining or in approximating the value of the root. Ito kasi approximation pa rin. Magbibigay daw tayo ng or magkakaroon daw tayo ng initial guess. Not unlike analytical solution or the direct method, wala daw dito no initial guess. Ayun. Yun lang ang pagkakaiba nila. Parehas silang merong algorithm, kaso nga lang for iterative, we only solve using approximate solution, while direct method is a analytical solution na exact talaga lagi yung makukuha nating solution. Ayun ang pagkakaiba nila. So, let's start with the direct method. For the direct method, let's have first the Gauss elimination method. Ano ba daw yung Gauss elimination method? The Gauss elimination method is the most familiar method for solving system of linear equation. Now, it is also known as the row reduction method and is an algorithm in linear algebra for solving a system of linear equations. It is usually understood as a sequence of operations performed on the corresponding matrix of coefficient. So in this method, we have two parts. The first part is the elimination phase, and the second part is the solution phase or using the backward substitution. Now, in the elimination phase, we employ here or we use tawag dito, row operations. And part ng elimination phase, yun nga yung sinasabi nating row reduction method. In row reduction method, we will use row operations in performing the said solution. Yan. So, the tawag dito, the row reduction here is also termed as the row echelon form. Ano ba daw yung row echelon form? Sabi daw dito, all rows consist entirely of zero occur at the bottom matrix. Now, for each row that does not consist entirely of zeros, the first non-zero entry is called leading one. For example, ito daw yung ating augmented matrix. Now, in augmented matrix, lagyan ko daw dito ng, imagine nyo daw meron daw dyang guhit. So, ito daw yung ating coefficient matrix and then this is your constant matrix or constant part. Now, sabi daw dito, all rows consisting entirely zero occur at the bottom matrix. As you can see here, yung ating main diagonal, ayan, ito yung main diagonal natin. Hindi natin isasama yung ano ha, yung sa constant will only be considering the coefficient matrix. Titingnan nyo daw yung kanyang main diagonal. Now, itong main diagonal, meron tayong upper triangular and lower triangular. Now, ang pagbibigyan lang daw natin ng pansin for a row echelon form is the lower triangular. In the row in the lower triangular matrix, notice that all the entries are equal to 0. Sa row echelon form daw, lahat daw dapat nung nasa sa baba ng inyong tawag dito, main diagonal ay equal kay 0. And also, sabi dito, for each row does not consist entirely of zeros, the first non-zero entry is 1 or called 1. Ang ibig sabihin daw noon, kapag gagawin daw natin or i-reduce daw natin into row echelon form, kailangan daw, yun daw kanyang main diagonal yung entries daw nila is equal to 1. Equal to 1 ba daw ito? O tama naman kasi yung ating A11 is 1. This is A11. This is A22. And this one is A33. Notice that all the values on the main diagonal is equal to 1. Next. For two successive non-zero rows, the leading one is in the higher row is farther to the left than the leading in the lower row. For example, ito daw. Ito kasi 1, 2, 3, 4. Ito. Ito yung hatiinan daw natin dito. Ito lang daw yung i-consider natin as the main matrix. Notice that kung ito daw yung aking main diagonal, ayan, yung A11 lang daw ang aking equal to 1. So, in row echelon form, it can also be considered as a reduced matrix if the leading, the leading one, kasi dapat 'di ba ito 1 daw, ito 1, ito 1. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, in this matrix, yung kasunod daw nung nag-double zero, ayan, yung puro zero entry, may 1 daw ako dito. Yung tatlong zero, may another one ako dito. And yung apat na zero, yung kabila niya, or yung kasunod niya, may one din daw. So in this form, or this example is or can be considered as to be a row echelon form. Pinapakita ko lang, just a review. Pero, in most cases, in solving for system of linear equations using the Gauss elimination, ito daw yung typical form or general form na typical. General form na susundin daw natin. Ibig sabihin daw ng general form na to, lahat ng lower entries on the lower triangular matrix must be equal to 0 and the main diagonal must be equal to 1. Ito daw yung susundin nating general form. Ayan. Now, paano ba daw natin magagawang zero yung mga values ngayon? Kanina, nabanggit ko daw yung row operations. Now, to perform row reduction on a matrix, one uses a sequence of elementary row operations to modify the matrix until the lower left-hand corner or yung ating lower triangular of the matrix is filled with zeros. As such as possible, there are three types of row or elementary row operations. We have the interchange of two rows, multiplying of a row by a non-zero number, or adding a multiple row to another row. Now, paano ba daw yung interchanging ng rows? Paano ba daw yan nangyayari? For example, you're given with x, no, sorry, not x, y plus z is equal to 2. This is your first equation 1. Then we have x minus 2y plus 3z. Ito yung equal to 0. For example lang to ha, equation 2. Then you also have x plus 4z is equal to 0, equation 3. Yan. So, sorry, lagyan natin ito equal to 1. Yan. For example, yan daw yung ating three equations. Now, if we write this into its equivalent augmented matrix, 0, 1, 1, 2. Mamaya ko ituturo yung example lang to, mamaya ko ituturo. 1, -2, 3, 0, tawag dito. Then we have 1, 0, 4, 1. Ayan daw yung ating matrix. Ito yung ating augmented matrix equivalent tong ating given system of linear equations. Ngayon, kailan ba daw natin gagawin yung interchange of rows? Previously, I mentioned that the general form here is that the leading coefficient on the first row or the element A11 must be equal to 1. Tama ano? Ayan daw yung general rule natin. But in this case, if we try to write this equation into its equivalent augmented form, notice that the first entry, A11, is equal to 0. But in our rule or in other general form, A11 must be equal to 1. So, pwede daw nating ipag-interchange either ipag-interchange daw natin si row 1 to row 2 or row 3 ipapalit daw natin sa row 1. So, pwede daw natin tong isulat as 1, -2, 3, 0. Pagpapalitin daw natin si row 2 at si row 1. So, ito daw yung magzi-0, 1, 1, 2. Sorry, 0. Tama 2. Then ito 1, 0, 4, 1. So, the new augmented matrix now will be like this. Kailangan itatama nyo daw or your A11 must not be equal to 0. Nagkakaintindihan ka? Nasusundan ka ako? Ayun daw. So, yun daw yung ginagawa. Then, we also have multiplying a row to a non-zero number and adding a multiple of one row to another row. In this case, kasi itong number 3, hindi ko to ginagamit. Ang ginagamit ko lang ay yung number 1 at number 2. Yung number 3 kasi, pwede nyong gamitin. Wala namang problema sa akin. Kung may tinuro sa inyo previously in your senior high, in your advanced mathematics, no problem with me. You can use this. Pero sa akin, para hindi ako nahihirapan, itong dalawang ito lang yung ginagamit ko. Later on, I'll explain this multiplying a row by a zero number, simply multiplying it with a value. Yan. Ay, sorry pala. Mali pala ako. Ito pala ang hindi ko ginagawa, number 2. Sorry, mali ang basa ko. Hindi ko ginagawa yung number 2. Ang ginagawa ko pala ay number 3. Ito pala ang hindi ko ginagawa. So, ang ginagawa ko lang ay yung interchanging of two rows para daw hindi daw yung aking leading coefficient ay mag-equal to 0. Then, ito daw pala adding a multiple of one row to another row. Yan pala yung ginagamit ko. So, paano ba daw natin yung ginagawa? So, row equivalent din, two matrices are said to be row equivalent if one can be obtained from the other by a finite sequence of elementary row operations. So, ito kasi, pwede nating sabihin that these two are row equivalent. Yung ginawa daw natin dito and interchanging this can be considered as row equivalent. Okay. Note daw natin that every matrix has a unique reduced echelon form. So, kasi, depending on the equation, iba-iba naman daw talaga yung makukuha nating raw echelon form. Hindi daw siya pare-parehas sa lahat ng given system of linear equation. A raw echelon form of a given matrix is not unique. Different sequences of raw operations can be produced different raw echelon forms. So, depending on dun sa paggamit nyo ng raw operation, it might be different to the solution of your classmate. What do I mean yung solution? Iba daw yung ginamit yung process. So, iba din daw yung lalabas na raw echelon form ninyo. Pero, pag nag-backward substitution daw tayo, dapat pare-parehas daw yung makukuha nating value ng unknowns regardless of what you do in the reduction of your matrix. Pero dito sa ituturo ko sa inyo, laging pare-parehas yung lalabas sa atin. Kasi, basta, ipapakita ko sa inyo mamaya, dun sa gagawin nating solution, pare-parehas daw dapat yung lalabas sa ating um, um, reduced echelon form. Okay, paano pa daw natin siya ginagawa? O, let's proceed to an example. Sabi daw dito, solve for the values of x1, x2, and x3 using the Gauss elimination. So, we have a given equation or given system of linear equations, 5x sub 1 minus 2x sub 2 plus 3x sub 3 is equal to negative 1. We also have negative 3x sub 1 plus 9x sub 2 plus x sub 3 is equal to 2. And for third equation, we have 2x sub 1 minus x sub 2 minus x sub 3, minus 7x sub 3 is equal to 3. Now, for our solution, provided or given that we have this equation, equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. Ang una niyong titingnan dyan is kung yung una ba daw entry, yung coefficient niya A11 is not equal to 0. Kasi kung dyan pa lang daw, nakita nyo na yung coefficient mo for the first entry is equal to 0, pwede mo na daw siyang pagpalitin dyan pa lang. Pero in this case, A11 natin is not 0, so we can proceed to conversion of the augmented matrix. So here, in conversion to the augmented matrix, we'll only be looking at the numerical coefficient of equation 1. So this is equation 1. Ang gagawin ko lang daw for the row, ito kasi yung ating row 1, kukunin ko daw yung numerical coefficient ni row 1. So here, we have 5, 2, and 3. So, ang gawin nyo daw, imaginary, ilagay nyo daw sa taas dito yung mga unknown values, x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 3. Kung may x sub 4, x sub 5 pa, o di dagtungan nyo na lang. So, dito kasi, for the first column, ang ilalagay nyo daw, lahat ng numerical coefficient ni x sub 1, dito sa column ng x sub 2, lahat ng numerical coefficient ni x sub 2, and so on. So for row 1, the numerical coefficient of x sub 1 here is 5. Kaya yung aking unang entry dito is 5. For x sub 2, for equation 1, the numerical coefficient on x sub 2 is negative 2. Huwag niyong kakalimutan daw yung sign. Isasama daw natin siya sa paglalagay dito. Nagkakaintindihan? Next, yun daw aking x sub 3 has a numerical coefficient 3, ilalagay ko lang din daw sa row 1. Then this is your constant of the equation. Ipila ko lang daw for equation 1 or at row 1, kasi yung equation 1 natin ay yung ating also row 1, ilagay ko lang din daw dito negative 1. So for equation 2, ilalagay ko siya sa row 2. Titingnan ko ulit kay equation 2. Ano daw yung numerical coefficient ni x sub 1? You have negative 3. Numerical coefficient ni x sub 2, 9. Numerical coefficient ni x sub 3, hindi lang natin nakikita pero meron daw diyang 1. So ilagay nyo 1. Hindi 0 ha, meron siyang nagtatagong 1. 0 lang siya kapag wala daw nakalagay dyan. Pero in our case, we have x sub 3, so it has a numerical coefficient equivalent to 1. Then lastly, for the constant po. So for row 3, tingnan ko lang ulit daw si equation 3. Ayan, equation 3, numerical coefficient ni x sub 1, 2. Numerical coefficient ni x sub 2 is negative 1 kasi sabi ko nga meron siyang nagtatagong 1. And lastly, the numerical coefficient of x sub 3 for equation 3 is negative 7. And lastly, copy the constant of the third equation. And by that, you already have your augmented matrix. Maliwanag. Nasundan ako nung iba. Sige ha, sure. Okay. Next. After performing daw the tawag dito, the augmented matrix, we now proceed to performing reducing or we proceed to reducing the given or the obtained augmented matrix into its reduced echelon form or row echelon form, rather not reduced row echelon form using row operations. In this case, sabi ko nga sa inyo, yung kung meron kayong i-interchange yan, pwede na kayo mag-interchange. But in this case, wala akong mai-interchange kasi kung mapapansin ninyo, yung aking ito yung aking main diagonal, 'di ba? The main diagonal matrix does not contain 1. And also, the values on the lower triangular matrix are non-zero values. Ang gagawin kasi natin dito, number 1, is to make the value of your diagonal matrix equal to 1. Ayan. And the triangular matrix, yung negative 3 to negative 1, ito yung ating lower triangular matrix, dapat mag-equal daw yan sa 0. So here, I'll just use row operation. And in my row operation, ganito ang ginagawa ko sa kanya. Paano ko ba daw nasabi na yung row operation ko ay A11 R2 minus A21 R1? Itong row operations ko na to, constant daw yan sa lahat ng aking solution. Mamaya ipapakita ko sa inyo, meron akong second example. Yan daw yung gagamitin ko sa lahat ng example na ipipigay ko sa inyo. So, tandaan, the raw operation is A11 R2 minus A21 R1. Now, our goal here first is to, ang unang step natin is to make the first column, under A11, ito yung A11 natin, gagawin daw natin yung A12, A21 and A22 equivalent to 0. Yun yung aking first step. Gano'n ako kapag nagso-solve ako. Titingnan ko daw sa ilalim ni A11, ito daw values or yung mga coefficient daw under that or the elements under A11, gagawin ko daw 0 using this algorithm. Now, in this case, A11 has a value of 5 multiplied by the values in row 2 minus the value of A21, which is negative 3, multiplied by the values in row 1. Laging ganyan daw yung inyong gagawin. So, for the new values of A21, sabi daw natin using this row operation A11, we have 5. Ano ba daw yung katapat ng 5 sa row 2? Yung katapat ng 5 sa row 2, kung mapapansin nyo ay negative 3. Ayun. Minus negative 3. Bakit daw negative 3? Negative 3 kasi yun daw yung value ni A21. Ayan. Ito yung A21 natin, negative 3. So, negative 3 multiplied by row 1. Kapag sinabi nating row 1, ano ba daw yung katapat ni A21 sa row 1? So, 5. If we perform this equation, 5 multiplied by negative 3 minus negative 3 multiplied by 5, meron daw tayong value equal to 0. Remember, ang kailangan nating gawin, yung A21 is equal to 0. And in our solution, we obtain that condition na kailangan nating gawing 0 yung A21. Now, what you do in the first element or in the element of the rows must be done through all throughout the elements that can be found in that row. So, kung gumamit daw ako ng ganitong row operation kay A11, ia-apply ko din daw siya kay A22, ito yung A22, A23, at A24. Actually, this is B24. Pakipaltan pala to B24 kasi ito lang naman yung ating coefficient matrix A. Ito lang yung A kasi ito ay yung ating coefficient B. So let's just call this B24. Ayan. So ang gagawin ko lang daw ulit, A11. A11 is 5 pa rin. Since na kay A22 na ako, ano ba yung A22 ko dyan? Sa row 2. So, 9. So, kopyahin ko dito si 9, then minus negative 3, A21 pa rin, multiplied by negative 2, kasi siya naman yung katapat ni 9 sa row 1. Ayan. Tapos, makukuha kayo equal kay 39. Ang rule lang dito, tatandaan, A11 yung aking una. So, ang gawin nyo, ihilera nyo lahat daw dyan si A11. Ayan, o pare-pareha siyang 5. Nakita nyo ga, pare-pareha siyang 5. Then, row 2 daw. Titingnan ko daw ano ba daw yung elements ni row 2. Di ba nagsimula ako kay negative 3? Pansin nyo, ito yung negative 3. Then next value is 9. Ayan o, 9. Then 1. Itong 1 na to, ito din siya. Then yung huli natin 2, 2 din. Ihilera ko lang din daw siya. Negative 3, 9, 1, 2. Because I need R2 or the values in the row 2 minus A21, negative 3, negative 3, negative 3. So, ito yon. Since ito yung reference ko na gusto kong gawing 0, ilagay ko siya. And lastly, row 1. Ano ba daw yung mga values ni row 1, di ba? 5, negative 2, 3, negative 1. Ihilera ko lang din daw ulit dito. 5, negative 2, 3, negative 1. Saka ko daw i-perform yung solution. Nasusundan nyo ga ako? Sure ha? Ayun. So, yun daw yung aking raw operation dito. Baka sabi niyo, "Sir, adding po, nag-minus kayo." Depende kasi pa rin yun sa ano, sa sign dito. Kasi kung mapapansin niyo, if you perform sum of the sign, kapag nag-total siya, mag-a-add din naman siya, minus, add, minus. Depende naman yun sa solution. Ayun daw. Pero nakuha daw natin yung goal natin na yung ating A1, A21, nagawa daw nating 0. Now we're done with row 2, we proceed with row 3. Sa row 3 naman daw, ang gagamitin ko namang operation is A11 R3 minus A2, sorry, this is A31. Paki-correct ako, this is A31 R2. Sorry, R1. R1 tama to, R1. So, dito, row 3 naman daw yung aking, or itong value ng 2 or A31 yung aking isi-0. So, to do that, using this raw operation or using this algorithm, ipipila ko lang daw ulit. What is A11? A11 is 5 from the given. Then, ipila ko lang daw ulit si row 3. Ano ba daw yung values ng row 3 natin? 2, -1, -7, +3. Ihilera ko lang daw ulit dito. 2, -1, -7, +3. Then again, minus lahat. Minus yung atin daw A31. What is A31 here? We have +2. So, ilagay ko lang daw dyan lahat +2 minus the value of row 1. So, row 1 daw is 5, -2, 3, -1. And if you perform, ito daw yung aking magiging sagot. And notice that A31, yan, the new value of A31 now is equal to 0. Kasi sabi natin, lahat daw ng nasa ilalim ng ating A11 or ng ating diagonal matrix gagawin daw nating 0. Ito naging 0 na, ito naging 0 na. So, you can rewrite the new matrix as this form or in this form. Notice that all the values now on our second and third row under column 1 are now equal to 0. Nasundan ka ako na gusto kong paratingin dito. O, ayun, sure ha? Kapag may nalilito, pwedeng magtanong. Now, after naman daw nito, ayan, ito na-zero ko na. Ang natitira na lang daw ay ito naman ang isi-zero ko. Tapos na ako kay row 1, punta ako kay row 2. Kasi remember, this is our main diagonal. So, yung main diagonal natin, titingnan daw natin lahat ng nasa ilalim nun, alin ba daw yung hindi pa nasi-zero. So, we have -1, hindi pa daw natin siya nasi-zero. So, on the next solution, ang gagamitin natin is yung previous na nakuha nating augmented matrix wherein the values below A11 is ay naging 0 na. So, in this case, ayan, hindi ko napapansinin si row 1, ito, kakalimutan ko muna to, pupunta ako kay row 2. Since sa row 2 daw, yung A22 ko na yung aking magiging reference, this is A22, kasi ang gusto ko namang i-zero ay yung nasa ilalim niya. Tama ano? So, for the new row operation here, on the second part is A21 R3, kasi ito na yung reference ko, minus A31, sorry, A32 to, mali ang type ko, A32, mali ang type ko, kasi yung A31 natin 0 na. At ito ay A22, mali ako. Ba't ba mali ang sulat ko? A22 to. A22 R3 minus A32 R2. Bakit daw A22? Kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, ito na yung aking magiging bagong reference. Kakalimutan ko na tong mga values na to at saka itong values na to kasi na zero ko na. Ayan, kakalimutan ko tong part na to. Ang titingnan ko na lang na part ay itong A22 at A32. Ayan. Pakicorrect ako ha, kinorek ko. Pero sa susunod daw, lahat yan, ganyan pa rin daw yung gagamitin nyo na row operation. So, for this row operation, ayan, to check whether daw, tama daw yung A31 ninyo or tama daw tong row operation nito, di ba this is A21? A21 is already 0 here. Now, kasi sabi natin, if we perform any row operation on one of the elements in the row, kailangan daw i-perform natin siya all throughout doon sa lahat ng elements sa row na yon. So ito, kailangan daw, kung gagamitin daw natin to, dapat 0 pa rin siya. Let's see kung magsi-0 pa rin. So, here, the value is A22. What is A22 again? That is 39. So, kaya 39 yung napapunta dito. Then, row 3. What are the value in row 3 for A31? For A31, 0 daw siya. Ayan. Kung 0 to, o di 0 ang ilagay ko dyan, minus, what is A32? A32 is negative 1 multiplied by the row 2. Ang row 2 natin ay 0 yung value nung nasa taas niya. So, if we perform this, tama pa rin naman na 0 siya. So, dapat hindi siya mabago na 0 kasi na-0 na natin siya doon sa unang solution. Now, kung gagamit o again tayo ng another row operation, kailangan hindi daw siya mababago. So, in this case, hindi naman daw siya nabago. Therefore, tama daw yung ating solution. So, yung A32 naman natin, ito, yung negative 1, kukunan natin siya ng new values. Again, ihilera ko lang daw ulit dyan, A22 is 39. The value of the A32 in row 3 is negative 1. Minus A32 is still negative 1. Multiplied by, hindi ko pala ito napaltan, this should be negative 41. Ito ay negative 41. Ayun negative 40. Negative 41 nga ba? Saglit lang ha, naduling ako. Sorry. This should be 39 pala. Mali ang aking type. 39 siya dapat. Oo, tama Miss Di Maano, 39. Oo, mali din ang tingin ko. So, this should be 39. Ito ay dapat 39. Mali ang type ko. So, if that tama naman kasi, 'di ba? Yung A22 natin is 39 pa rin. Tapos yung value niya sa row 3 ay negative 1. O tama naman. Ito negative 1. Minus yung ating A32 is negative 1. Pero yung value ng ating row 2 na katapat niya, ayan, yung katapat niya kasi ay 39. So, dapat itong value na to ay 39. Nasundan ako? Sige. So, ayun. Then, idiretso nyo lang ulit yung solution. Kasi kung mapapansin ninyo, pare-parehas lang yan. Di ba? Itong A22 natin dito, pare-parehas lang na 39. O mamaya na yung mga nagpe-present. Yan. Lahat ng values dito, 39. Ihilera nyo lang. Kasi constant naman yung value natin dito, A22. Then, ang sunod yung gawin, ano ba daw i-multiply nyo? R3. Kunin nyo lahat ng value ng row ng R3. Ayan. O di 0, negative 1, negative 41, 17. Minus, 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 minus. We have A32. Anong value ng A32 natin? Negative 1. O hilera nyo daw ulit, negative 1. Then copy all the values of R2. 0, 39, 14, 7. Nasundan ka ayon? O ayon. So, ganun lang daw yung gagawin natin. And, if we perform these equations or this solution, tama naman, no? 0, 0, negative 15, 85, 670. Pa-double check ako kung tama yung sagot. Pa-perform ako ng solution. Tama ga? Tama? O sige. Now, meron na akong bagong augmented matrix. Ayan, wherein all the values on the lower triangular are now 0. Ayun daw, 0 na siya. So, after doing that daw, ang next naman nating solution ay, ayan, gawin daw lahat ng main diagonal or itong main diagonal na to equal to 1. So, to do that, ang gawin nyo na lang, yung row operation natin for row 1, divide all the values of row 1 with A11. Kasi, di ba, kapag dinivide natin ng 5, yung A11 ng sarili niya, we get 1. Tama ano? Tamaga. So, kung ginawa daw natin yun dun sa unang value para magawa siyang 1, we need to do that or we need to perform the same operation in all the values on that row. O, ayun. Yung kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina, kung anong ginawa sa isang element sa isang row, yung, yung operation gagawin din daw sa ibang elements. So, ang gagawin lang natin, we divide all the elements. Ito i-divide natin ng 5, ito i-divide natin ng 5, i-divide natin ng 5. So, ito yung ating makukuhang values. So, doon daw sa row operation 2, ganun din daw. Ayun. Ang ginawa daw natin, row operation sa row 2 is we divide all the values of row 2 with A22. Since ito namang A22 yung gusto nating gawing 1. At dun sa row operation, sa third row, ito yung gusto natin gawing 1, negative 1585. Ayan, i-divide natin lahat ng values ng row sa negative 1585. Notice, hindi ko na dinivide yung A1, yung A1 to dito, di ba hindi ko na i-divide? Kasi syempre, 0 na yan, wag nyo nang isama. Dito din, yung A31 at A32, hindi ko na dinivide kasi 0 naman yung entries natin. Para hindi na kayo madaming sinusulat. Nagkakaintindihan? Kapag 0 na, wag nyo nang i-divide. Para hindi marami ang sinusulat. So, ayan. Ito na yung ating magiging resultant matrix. Now, notice na na-fulfill na natin yung gusto natin. All the values on the main diagonal equal to 1 and the lower triangular of the matrix are all zeros. So, na-reduce na natin yung ating echelon form. Ito yung ating row, echelon, echelon form. Ayan. So, na-fulfill na natin siya. Now, ano ba daw na gagawin natin after the row echelon form? We use the backward substitution na. So, for the backward substitution, remember that these are the numerical values of x sub 1, x sub 2, and x sub 3. And this is your constant b. So, ang gagawin natin, backward substitution daw, magsisimula daw tayo sa baba, pataas. Remember that this x sub 3 now will have a numerical coefficient equal to 1. So, kapag isinulat daw natin siya in backward substitution, x sub 3, may numerical coefficient 1 siya, is equal to yung value nung katapat niya sa constant matrix na 670 over negative 1585. O ayun. So pag pinerform natin dyan, makakukuha daw tayo ng x sub 3 is equal to negative 0.42271. So ito na yung ating sagot. Ayan. Nasundan ga ako? Sure ha? Next, for x sub 2 naman daw,
Kaya backward nagsimula daw tayo sa x sub 3. So sunod x sub 2 naman daw. So notice that here we have here x sub 2, numerical coefficient niya 1. We have x sub 3, numerical coefficient niya is 14/39. So yung ating magiging equation now will be x sub 2 plus 14/39 x sub 3 is equal to this constant value 7/39. Nasundan kung paano ko nakuha itong equation na x sub 2 plus 14/39 x sub 3 is equal to 7/39. Sige. Now, after getting that, since meron na akong x sub 3, ayan, what we can do here is we can substitute the values of x sub 3 to our second equation. Maliwanag. O, ang ginamit ko na lang yung 70/-1585 para buo. Kasi ito, rounded off to. Di ba kapag sinolve nyo to, marami pa tong kadugtong. Tama ano? Nag-round off kasi ako. So, para mabilis, or pwede rin ito ang sagutin nyo kung gusto ninyo. Pero kung pwede naman naka-fraction, okay lang din. Ha? O, okay lang din. So, again, yan. O di, isubstitute nyo lang daw dyan and you will be able to get x sub 2 is equal to this value. Ayan. Tama gang yan ang magiging sagot. Pa-double check ako. Then lastly, we solve for x sub 1. O for x sub 1, kukunin ko lang daw yung mga numerical coefficient niya. X sub 1 is 1. O ayan. The numerical coefficient of x sub 2 for the first equation is negative 0.4. Numerical coefficient of x sub 3 for equation 1 now is 0.6 is equal to the constant negative 0.2. Then may nakuha na tayong value ni x sub 3 and x sub 2. We substitute that to this equation to obtain x sub 1. Kaya siya tinawag na backward substitution kasi nagsisimula tayo sa ilalim pataas ng equation. Tapos kung ano yung nakukuha natin doon sa mga unknown sa baba, ginagamit natin yon at isinasubstitute sa equation sa taas. Maliwanag ah. O ayun, so yan na yung ating sagot. O yan na daw yung ating sagot. Saglit lang ha. Sige, let's have a break. Pa rin, we have a 3 by 3 matrix. 3 by 3 matrix. 3 equations, 3 unknowns. X sub 1 plus 2x sub 2 plus 3x sub 3 is equal to 6. 2x sub 1 minus 3x sub 2 plus 2x sub 3 is equal to 14. 3x sub 1 plus x sub 2 minus 3 minus x sub 3 is equal to negative 2. So, yung gusto ulit natin gawin dito is to solve for the values of x1, x2, and x3 that will satisfy all these three equations. So, next, ayan. Again, using the given, tawag dito, the given equation, we convert it into its equivalent augmented matrix form. So again, we'll get the numerical coefficients of each of the unknowns. Again, ang gagawin natin, yung ating mga variable, imagine nyo na lang meron dyang x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 3, and b here. Ayan. So, ihilera nyo lang daw. Ano ba daw lahat ng numerical coefficient ni x sub 1? So, x sub 1, we have 1 for equation 1, 2 for equation 2, and 3 for equation 3. Kapag naman x sub 2, we have positive 2, negative 3, and positive 1. Kaya dito, 2, negative 3, positive 1. Then for x sub 3, you have numerical coefficients 3, 2, negative 1. So, this would be the values of our augmented matrix for the coefficients. And for B, we have 6, 14, -2. Maliwanag yon kung paano mag-convert. Okay. So, next again, ito, di ko pala napalitan, dapat B to, B24. Ayan. Or pwedeng A na lang din para hindi tayo malito. Sige, okay lang namang A. So, again, yung formula ko A11R2 minus A21R1, same pa rin to nung previous formula or raw operation para hindi kayo papalit-palit ng raw operation. So, ang gagawin ko lang, yung aking ulit reference is A11 or ito, titingnan ko lang ulit sa ilalim niya yung gagawin kong mga zero. So, ito gagawin nating zero, yung value na 2 gagawin nating zero, at itong value na 3 gagawin natin na zero. So, for A11, we have 1. So, ihilera ko lang daw ulit yan kasi yan lagi yung multiplier natin. So, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then again, yung ating R2, ano ba daw yung values ni row 2? In this case, the values of our row 2 are this. So, ang gagawin nyo lang daw dyan, ihihilera nyo lang daw ulit. 2, -3, 2, 14. Nasundan itong part na to. Yung sinasabi kong ihihilera lang. Next, yun namang A21, since ito yung gusto kong gawing 0, yan, o gamitin ko siya dito. Then ihilera ko daw ulit siya dun sa sunod na operation, yung minus, after the minus sign. Then yung row 1, ano ba daw yung values ng row 1? We have 1, 2, 3, 6. O, hilera ko lang din ulit daw dito. 1, 2, 3, 6. And then, you perform the operation. Kung susundin nyo to, laging ang lalabas sa una ay 0. Nagkakaintindihan? O sige, pacheck ako kung tama. -7, -4, at +2. Pacheck muna ako. Yun yung sinasabi ko na na iisang algorithm lang yung gagawin daw natin. Kaso nga lang, depende kung ilang unknowns. Ito kay 3 by 3 lang to. Kapag kay 4 by 4, may madadagdag pang isang layer kasi apat na yung equation na gagawin ninyo. So for the third naman, kasi or the third equation or the third row, ito yung gusto nating gawing 0. So, ang magiging row operation naman natin ay A11 R3 minus A31 R1. So, ang reference pa rin natin would be the first row. Yan pa rin yung reference natin. So, again, A11, ihilera ko lang daw yung value ni A11. Ito. Ayan. And since ang gusto nating i-zero ay nasa row 3, ito, di ba nasa row 3 yung gusto nating i-zero, i-multiply daw natin siya sa A11. Ihilera lang daw ulit natin. 3, 1, -1, -2. Minus, ayan, minus A31. A31 is 3. So, ihilera nyo lang daw ulit yung 3. Multiplied by the values that can be found at row 1. So again, uulitin ko lang ulit, 1, 2, 3, 6. And you should be able to get this value 0, -5, -10, and -20. Then right after that, you need to rewrite the augmented matrix now having the values under A11 equivalent to 0. Ayun. Nasundan ka ako? O sige. So, ganun lang daw siya. Laging ganyan yung magiging formula ninyo. Kapag sinunod niyo yan, sure makakasigurado kayo na tama yung inyong magiging sagot. So, next. Since na-zero na natin yung first column, pupunta naman daw tayo dun sa second column, dun sa A22. Again, yung A22, ito yan, titingnan daw natin sa baba yung isi-zero natin. Again, kakalimutan ko na daw muna yung row 1. Okay na daw. Itong part na itong mga part na to kakalimutan ko na. Magfo-focus ako dito sa natitira dito sa baba. Ayan. And since the reference naman ngayon is at row 2, ayan yung reference natin, A22 naman ang mauuna. A22 multiplied by row 3 minus A31 multiplied by row 2. Ay sorry, A32 pala 'to. Ba't hindi siya pinaltan? A32, pa-correct ako. A32 dapat siya. Kasi kung mapapansin ninyo, again, hinilera ko ulit, A22, -7, kasi ito yung A22 natin. So, -7 siya lahat. Then, multiplied all the values at row 3. So, 0, -5, 10, -2. Minus A32. Kasi yun nasa baba ng 7. Napapansin nyo ba? Balik ako dito. Kung ang reference ko ay 1 at ang gusto kong i-zero ay 2, itong nasa baba niya A22, sorry, A21. This is A21, A31. Now, again, kung ang reference ko daw ay ito, at ang gusto kong i-zero ay yung mga nasa baba niya, napapansin nyo ba dito na yung multiplier ko is yung aking reference element? Tapos dito, kung anong gusto kong i-zero, yun ang kanyang multiplier. Dito din, ganun din sa kabila. Since yung sa third row naman, may reference pa rin is 1, pero ang aking gustong i-zero ay yung 3 or yung A31. Kaya dito, mapapansin nyo, yung reference ko, A11 pa rin, pero yung multiplier ko dun sa kabila ay yung gusto kong i-zero. Balik tayo dun sa kanina. Ayan. Ang reference ko sabi ay nasa second row, itong A22. Kasi yung A22, yung nasa baba niya, gusto kong i-zero. Ito yung gusto nating i-zero. Napansin nyo dito, A32 yung ginamit kong multiplier. Ang gagawin daw pala natin, kung alin daw yung ating reference, for example, in this case, A22 yung reference ko, yun lagi yung imumultiply ko sa row 3 or dun sa sunod na row ko na gusto kong i-zero. And yung value naman na imumultiply ko doon sa row sa taas niya is yung value na gusto kong palitan or gusto kong maging 0. Nasusundan nyo ga ako? Sure ha? Ayun. So, yun lang daw yung technique doon. Titingin lang daw kayo doon sa baba nung main diagonal, yun daw yung gagamitin yung main diagonal yung ating reference. 'Di ba main diagonal yan, A22. Yan yung gagamitin nating reference. Titingin lang daw ako sa baba niya, yun daw yung imumultiply ko sa kabila. Maliwanag? Sure ha? O ayun. So kung susundin daw natin to again, ihihilera ko daw yung A22 ko, -7, ayan. Then lahat ng values daw ni row 3. So row 3, 0, -5, -10, 20. So 0, -5, 10, -10, -20. So minus A32, A32 in the problem is -5, ayan. Multiply nung row ng nasa taas ng A32. Yung row na nasa taas ng A32 is row 2, kaya ito ay 0, -7, -4, positive. Performing the equation, or this solution, you'll be able to get 0, 0, 50, and negative and positive 150 respectively for the new values at row 3. So, i-drawing nyo daw or isusulat nyo daw ulit yung resultant matrix. Now, after that, ayan, ang gusto naman ang gusto naman ang gusto nating gawin ngayon since na-zero na natin lahat 'to, yung nasa ilalim nung main diagonal natin, yung main diagonal naman natin ang gagawin nating ano daw, anong gagawin natin dito? Equal daw dapat 'to saan?
1 po.
Equal daw dapat 'to saan? Equal daw dapat siya sa 1. O yan, tama Miss Dimaano. Ayun. So, ang gagawin natin, itong new values ni Rowan, since itong first entry natin is 1, kahit hindi nyo na siya isolve kasi ito naman 1 na. So, pwedeng isolve, pwede ring hindi isolve. Kapag 1 na yung entry, nagkakaintindihan. Para minus ulatin. Maliwanag ah. Kung yung main diagonal mo ay 1 na, ang value, pwedeng hindi na siya isulat. Ito ay sinulat ko lang para pakita ko lang sa inyo. Then row operation sa 2, ayan, since itong A22 is not equal to 1, i-divide ko daw siya sa sarili niya. So, i-divide ko daw siya sa R2 divide A22 or yung values natin ng R2, i-divide lahat natin ng negative 7 since in this case, A22 is equal to negative 7. O di yun, i-divide nyo lang. So, yung ating A22 ngayon ay 1, A23 is 4 over 7, and A24 is negative 2 over 7. Same with R3. So R3 naman daw, all the values of R3, we divide it by the value of A33 which is equal to 50. Ayan. So mangyayari, 50 over 50 is equal to 1 and 150 over 50 is equal to 3. Nasundan itong pagdi-divide. Okay, sige. So, after that, we perform the backward substitution. Again, since sabi natin kanina, all these values, yung column represents the numerical coefficient of the unknowns. Ayan. Gagawin natin, kukunin lang natin. Magsisimula tayo sa row 3 muna. So, ang technique talaga dyan, ito kasi, 0x1. Ayan, kasi numerical coefficient ni x1 mo sa row 3 ay 0, diga? Tapos yung numerical coefficient mo ni x sub 2 is 0. And now, the numerical coefficient of x sub 3 at row 3 is equal to what? So, plus x sub 3 is equal to 0. So, ito, since 0 naman to, wala na siya. Ayan, wala na yan, mawawala yan. Kaya, x sub 3 is equal to 0. Or, yun nga, sabi ko nga sa inyo, pwedeng wag nyo nang isulat to kasi alam nyo naman na 0 siya. Proceed ka agad kayo. Tingin kayo. Ito yung x sub 3. Punta kayo dun sa baba. Ang numerical coefficient niya ay 1. So, x sub 3 is equal to yung sa ating constant b. Tingin lang daw ako ng katapat niya. So, automatic, x sub 3 is equal to 3. Maliwanag. O paano naman daw yung susunod? Yung susunod naman daw paano ko kinuha? Again, sa row 2 naman daw ako titingin. So, dyan sa row 2, yung numerical coefficient ng x sub 1 is 0. Pero ang totoo daw niyan, since may 0 daw siya, o di x sub 0 x sub 1 plus, o ito, yung x sub 2 natin, ang kanyang numerical coefficient sa row 2 ay 1. Kaya meron dyan daw x sub 2. Plus, sa row 2, yung ating 3, ang numerical coefficient naman daw niya ay 4 over 7. Kaya 4 over 7 multiplied by x sub 3. Then yung katapat niyang constant dito ay -2/7. Maliwanag? Nasundan ka? So, plus 4/7 x sub 3 minus equals -2/7. Pero kaya hindi ko na isinulat kasi yung x sub 1 naman natin, ang numerical coefficient ay 0. O, pwedeng diretso na daw agad ako kay x sub 2. Maliwanag ah. Nasundan ako. Sure ha? Hoy, wala kayong tanong? Or may tanong kayo? O, ayun. So, if we substitute daw yung x sub 3 here, kasi kanina may x sub 3 na tayo na equal kay 3, ayan, isa-substitute lang daw natin dito sa second equation, will arrive at the value x sub 2 is equal to -2. Tama ga nga kapag pinerform -2. Ayun. And lastly, ayun, yung x sub 1 naman, ay yung first row naman natin yung gagamitin natin. O dito, may numerical coefficient na si x sub 1. Kaya, x sub 1 siya, then x sub 2, may mali ba akong sulat? Minus ba yun o plus? Balikan ko lang ha. Baka mali akong sulat. Balikan ko lang. O, plus nga siya. Ako ang mali, plus. Plus pala to, plus. Tama naman pala. Yung huling sulat ko yung mali. Balikan ko lang. So, ito pala dapat plus. Mali ang type ko. This should be plus. Ayan. Tapos ito plus din. Ayan. Mali yung type ko. Pakicorrect ako ha. Mali yung type ko. So, x sub 1 plus 2x sub 2 kasi yung numerical coefficient natin ni x sub 2 for the first equation, ayan. Then, 3x sub 3, ito dito, is equal to 6. Tama ba? Kapag sinolve natin, ang lalabas ay what? Mali pala ako dito. 3 pala to dapat. Tama ano, yung value ng x sub 3 natin, positive 3. Mali ang akin na substitute, 1 ang naisulat ko. Pakorek ako ha. Ayun. Ito din, dapat plus siya. Plus 2x sub 2. So, mangyayari dito, solve nyo nga kung 1 ang lalabas. Tama ba? Kasi ito 9 minus 4 positive 5. Kapag inilipat sa kabila, negative 5. Tama, x is equal to 1. Ayun, x is equal to 1. Mali ang type ko. So, tama ito. Nasundan ka? Na-correct yung correction ko? Okay, sige. So, ganun lang daw ang Gaussian elimination. So, yung practice problem, mamaya ko ipapagawa. 4x4 yan. Meron pa, mali yung nalagay ko. Dapat ito ay W, X, Y, and Z. Mamaya, ipapasolve ko yan. Skip ko muna yan. Kasi, punta tayo kay Gauss-Jordan method or Gauss-Jordan elimination. Sa Gauss-Jordan elimination, the same lang daw to nung ginagawa daw natin sa Gaussian elimination. Kaya nga lang, may extra steps daw tayo na gagawin. So ito hindi ko nabasahin, explain ko na lang. Kasi yung Gauss-Jordan method natin is a reduced raw echelon form. Kanina, yung ating Gaussian elimination, raw echelon form lang yon. Ngayon, dito daw, reduced echelon form daw siya. Ano ba daw ibig sabihin ng reduced raw echelon form? All rows consisting entirely zero occur at the bottom matrix. So, yung taas daw ng matrix natin, yung bottom ng matrix natin ay zero. Then, for each row that does not consist entirely of zeros, the first non-zero entry should be 1. Then, parehas lang din naman to nung raw echelon form, itong tatlong to. Ang napadagdag lang ay ito. Every column that has a leading one has zeros in every position above and below its leading one. Ano ba daw ibig sabihin nitong statement na to? Ang pagkakaiba lang daw ni row echelon form kay reduced echelon form, as you can see, the main diagonal must be equal to 1. Ayan, yung main diagonal nyo equal to 1. And all the elements on the lower triangular matrix and the upper triangular matrix are now equal to 0. Di ba kanina may values itong nasa taas? Yun yung row echelon form. Sa reduced echelon form, both lower and upper triangle of the matrix are equal to 0. Yun lang daw ang pagkakaiba niya. Nagkakaintindihan? So technically, the Gauss-Jordan method or Gauss-Jordan elimination method is an extension of the Gaussian elimination. Kasi 'di ba kanina, nung sa Gaussian elimination, na-zero na natin yung ilalim. So, kapag gagawa kayo ng Gauss-Jordan elimination, para daw mag-Gaussian muna kayo. Isisiro muna daw niya yung ilalim. Then after nyo masiro yung ilalim, ito namang nasa taas ang isisiro ninyo. O paano ba daw yung ginagawa? Example, ayan pa rin, x sub 1 plus 2x sub 2 plus 3x sub 3 is equal to 6. 2x sub 1 minus 3x sub 2 plus 2x sub 3 is equal to 14 for the second equation. Third equation, 3x sub 1 plus x sub 2 minus x sub 3 is equal to 2. Kung mapapansin natin, ayan, from Gaussian elimination daw, hindi ko na isosolve. Yung solution daw nyo ng Gaussian elimination, kukunin nyo lang daw kasi naisiro nyo na yung lahat ng ilalim. Ang gagawin nyo na lang daw, itong mga values na nasa sa taas ng main diagonal, yan, ito yung main diagonal natin, di ba? Ito naman daw yung gagawin kong 0. Ayan. Pero, ang gagawin na natin dito, kabaliktaran naman daw. Titingin naman daw tayo dito, pataas. Di ba kanina, ang ginawa natin, mula dito sa A11, tumingin naman, kunyari ito yung A11 natin, tumingin tayo pababa sa Gaussian elimination. Sa Gauss-Jordan naman daw, kung ang isisiro natin ay itong mga values na nasa sa taas, titingin naman daw tayo pataas. So that, the new row operation, kung titingin ako pataas, the new reference ko ngayon ay row 3. Ito yung aking reference. So kung aking reference ay row 3, magsimula ako kay A33, then tingin ako sa taas, yun daw ang imo-multiply ko doon sa kabila niya, A23. Di ba A23 to? Itong 4/7. Nasusundan ga ako? Sige, ayun, titingin lang daw tayo pataas. So again, same pa rin yung row operation na yan all throughout. O di, kung ano daw yung value ng aking reference, yun daw ang ilalagay ko sa first column. Ayan, lahat daw 1. Then multiplied by nung row na gusto kong palitan, which is row 2. Kaya 0, 1, 4/7, negative 2/7. Minus yung aking gustong i-0. 'Di ba? Kapag tumingin ako kay A33, ang gusto kong i-0 ay A23, itong 4/7. So doon ako mag-start 4/7. Multiplied by the elements at row 3, 0, 0, 1, 3. Napansin ninyo, yung A21 daw natin, this is A21, this should be remain 0. So tama naman siya na 0. Then yung A22 natin, 1 pa rin siya. A23, Ayan, yung 823 natin or yung 4/7 natin, ito yung gagawin nating 0. Tama naman na i-0 daw natin siya. And lastly, for 824 or yung -2/7, solving daw natin, you'll get -2. Then, next, lastly, we make, again, ito ulit, titingin daw ako sa taas niya kasi tapos na ako dito kay 823. Tingin ako sa taas niya, meron pa daw hindi 0 doon, yung 823. Maliwanag ah. Kailangan ko daw i-0 din yung A13. So, yung formula ko naman daw, again, the reference is A33 kasi ito pa rin yung reference natin. So, ang imo-multiply ko, tingin ako dun sa taas na gusto kong i-0, A13. So, kaya A13 to. Huwag kayong mag-alala, lahat ng solution ninyo, titingin lang kayo sa taas, yun daw yung imo-multiply nyo sa kabila. Nagkakaintindihan? Ito daw yung value kasi na gusto mong gawing equal to 0. And if you do that, ayan, A11, o ilagay lang daw ulit natin dito, yung A33, lahat naman daw yun 1. Then, multiplied by all the values at row 1. So, we have 1, 2, 3, and 6. So, dito, 1, 2, 3, 6. Minus A13. A13, ito yung value ng A13 natin. So, lahat, 3 siya. So, ito, 3, 3, 3, 3. And lastly, we multiply it with all the values at row 3. So, sa row 3, we have 0, 0, 1, 3. Kaya dito ulit, 0, 0, 1, and 3. Ayun. So, perform nyo lang daw yan, makukuha nyo daw ay ito, 1, 2, 0, and -3 so that the new augmented matrix will look like this. Ayan. O, ditong dalawang to, na-zero nyo na. So, kung na-zero nyo na yan, sa sunod na solution, titingin lang daw ako dun sa hindi ko pa nasisiro. Alin ang hindi ko pa nasisiro? Itong A12. So, sa A12, ang reference ko naman ay A22, titingin naman ako pataas. Kaya sa susunod na solution, ayan, ito naman yung reference ko, titingin ako sa taas niya, kasi yun na lang yung hindi naka-zero. So again, the reference, ito yung reference natin, and ito yung gusto nyong gawing 0. So again, the row operation A22 R1 minus A12 R2. So, ang mangyayari, ipila nyo lang daw ulit A22 1, 1, 1, 1. Multiplied by row 1. Row 1 natin ngayon is 1, 2, 0, and -3. Kaya 1, 2, 0, and -3 yung values natin dyan. And lastly, doon naman sa ima-minus natin, A12, A12 has a value of 2, kaya lahat daw yan ay 2. Then, yung values ni row 2. Si row 2 naman daw ngayon, ang values niya ay 0, 1, 0, -2. O ipila nyo lang daw ulit siya. And after that, i-perform lang daw natin to be for us to be able to get 1, 0, 0, 1. And the new augmented matrix now is the reduced row echelon form. Dapat daw, ang lalabas dyan ay reduced row echelon form wherein the main diagonal is equal to 1. Ayan. And all the values or all the entries on the lower and triangular elements of the matrix equal to 0. Kasi kapag ginawa nyo yan, ayan, notice or the solution, tandaan nyo is AX multiplied by B. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung ating 1, nakatapat siya kay X sub 1. Therefore, X sub 1 is equal to 1. Ngayon, ito 0, 0 yung ating 1, nakatapat lang kay x sub 2. So, yung x sub 2 natin equal kay -2. And lastly, yung ating 1, nakatapat lang kay x sub 3, x sub 3 is equal to 3. So, parehas lang din yung makukuha natin in Gauss-Jordan elimination, kaparehas lang daw dun sa Gaussian. Sa Gaussian lang kasi nag-backward substitution tayo. Dito, itinuloy daw natin yung algorithm wherein the upper triangular matrix here, ginawa daw nating 0. Nagkakaintindihan? Sige, to try kung naintindihan, please solve the practice problem 4 by 4. Solve for the values of W, X, Y, and Z. Using Gauss-Jordan or using Gaussian, first i-Gaussian nyo muna. Then, after nyo makuha ang Gaussian, ituloy nyo ng Gauss-Jordan. Nagkakaintindihan? O sige. I'll dismiss you early today so that you can perform this practice problem. O sige. That would be all muna sa ngayon. O, paki-screenshot ako nito. Then, you try to solve that using the algorithm na tinuro ko sa inyo. So, the answer for this, wait lang ha, i-check ko yung sagot para meron ka equivalent augmented matrix niya. Ayan. Na-screenshot na.